Kasia, I did want to ask you about some myths around Polish citizenship. And we've discussed some of them earlier on. Things like you do not get citizenship through marriage. What are some of the other things you hear from prospective clients?
Yeah, I need to mention again the date 1918. Yeah. So it's not a cutoff date. Yeah, a lot of clients contact us and say like, oh, I've heard that I don't qualify because my grandparents emigrated in, before 1918. Yeah, and some other companies I contacted told me that it wasn't possible. Yeah. So that's not true. The date 1918 is not a cutoff date when it comes to citizenship by descent. Yeah. So yeah, that would be probably the main myth like I come across with. Yeah. And another one is the limit on generations. So there is no limit. Yeah, we can go back into many generations, as long as you have a direct ancestor who held Polish citizenship in 1920.
The other myth I hear is that you maybe need to speak the language. There's no language requirement for citizenship through descent, is
Yes, there is no. Yeah.
And how about that you shouldn't work through professional companies like Polaron, but you should go through the consulate? What are some of the pros and cons around that? And we love consulates.
Yeah, we do. Like Polish consulates, they busy. Yeah, they help with a lot of other things, and the citizenship by descent it's not the main service they provide. Yeah, so they don't really have the capacity to provide clients with with an accurate guidance, a list of documentation. They're not able to take the time and just assess every single document, every single case, and establish eligibility. Yeah. So they're helpful if you come to them and you're ready, you're prepared, you have all the documentation. Yeah. So they're happy to do so. Yeah. So whether Polaron, we help with citizenship.
With everything, yeah.
With everything, yeah. And that's what we specialize at. And we would basically guide you from, the start to the beginning, like basically handle the whole process on your behalf. Yeah.
And of course, the consulates do not do research and they do not process your case. They act as an agent. They will collect your paperwork and send it off to Poland to the voivodeship office in Warsaw if you've never lived in Poland. And they're not the decision maker. Often going through the consulate also adds to delays because, as Kasia mentioned, they're busy, they've got other priorities, and may not even give you the correct information. However, after saying all that, if you are first generation, if you have a parent that's Polish, that's probably the easiest pathway to citizenship. If you can get somebody to fill in your forms, you can also file your application directly in Poland. That's the other thing. You don't need to go through the consulate at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and when it comes to the delays, so because at a Polish consulate, your case, your documentation wouldn't be assessed at the spot. Yeah, they would send what you have provided to Poland, and it would be assessed over there. So if there are any missing details, documents, translations, anything, they would send the request, and then you would need to complete what they requested and then send it to Poland again. So that's what causes significant delays. Yeah. And with us, we basically, when we submit an application, that's when we are 100% sure that it's completed and it will be successful. Yeah.
And the consulates don't do any follow-ups. That's the other thing. When you file your application for Polish citizenship, you do need to have an authorized person to collect your documents. So kind of like similar to servers. And they're just too busy. They don't have capacity to be doing follow-ups. So often it'll depend on the consular officer whether they'll chase it up for you or not. So it does add a significant amount of time sometimes to the application if you go through the consulate. All right, and that's us for today. Thank you so much, Kasia, for speaking to us and being part of this session. What should people do if they want to pursue citizenship?
They should contact me either through my email or through our booking system. Yeah, so you can book a phone consultation, like a 15-minute pre-phone consultation with me, or I could assess your case over, an email. But yeah, get in touch with us. That would be the first and the most important step in the process.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.